Almost thought it was not gonna light there, guys. Not gonna lie. It's, you see how high the flame goes, so. Alright, so today, for those who are following the scent journey, that is a sandalwood, and these, my square cones. My square cones here are all dragon's blood. My dragon's blood tends to be resistant to actually catching up very well. It's not the only one. I think the, is it non-chump? Nog-chump. Sorry, Nog-chumpa is also a little more resistant to getting that flame in there. And if I'm pronouncing that wrong, if you know how to pronounce it right, let me know, because I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. I was never really super great with Indian words, East Indian words. I keep calling them East Indians, guys. That's what I was taught in school, because we used to, in school they taught us Native Americans, Indigenous Americans. They were Indians. So they taught us to say East Indians when we were talking about people from India. If only somebody had taught the person who named them Indians. Okay. Now, of course, y'all know I'm going to begin with the loud stuff, so give me 2 seconds. Well, 2 minutes. Gotta make sure I do it upside down at least a couple times, because those really big charms like to stay at the bottom, so. Alright guys, time for me to pick these. Here I go. Let's see if we can get some clarity of who we're talking to. Two. Did I get a 3? No, but I can get 4. Yeah, that's exactly how much I got. I got 4. Alright. Hey! This is much more towards the standard I was going for. We have a square P. We have a square J. We have a round X. We have a round C. Not sure. Hopefully those will make sense to the person they're for. Of course, let me get my cards out. Make sure I got them all, guys. I like to make sure I got them all, because I hate charlatans. They make my life and my job so much harder. I don't hate, per se, charlatans. I loathe the greed that causes them to become charlatans. That's what it is. And it is greed, guys. I don't care if you're somebody who is a card reader and likes to stack the cards to get, you know, your audience excited. It's greed. Because what are you doing it for? You're doing it for views, right? Views are all about money in your pocket. And yeah, money's hard to come by these days. Sure. But this is an art that's not supposed to have anything to do with the money. This is an art that's supposed to have to do with helping and healing, and that's it. Anybody doing this for anything but to help someone or to help to heal someone. You're not supposed to be in this business in the first place. I like to do that research, guys. I like to do that research. I like to study my fellow readers. And today I actually came across a reader who she was sitting here shuffling her cards. I can't really show you guys exactly what she was doing because I can't do it off camera because I purposefully set it up that way. But she had just the camera over her desk and she was sitting here doing her card shuffle, supposedly over here. Couldn't hear the card shuffle. Couldn't hear the card shuffle at all. And I don't understand how you can't hear a card shuffle when you can hear the woman talk. So. See, I can't even shuffle on my leg like I actually prefer to do without you guys seeing. And again, that's purposeful. But she was like, yeah, let me shuffle the cards, and then she comes up and she's got this whole deck. She's, oh yeah, see that there's this and then there's this. And as quiet as she was going for like a half hour, there was no guarantee that these cards weren't being stacked in the background. It was just like, you guys are terrible. Again, if you're somebody who practices these kinds of trickeries in cards, you're not showing your whole hand. Guys, I'm a woman who was born into poverty. I haven't really gotten much farther from poverty. You can see 2 cameras. And if you couldn't see 2 cameras, then this camera would be across the room. And I see I didn't put my door up. Hold on. Oh no, it pulled out. Oh God. Guys, I'm trying not to let you guys see the mess behind me, okay? That's all I'm doing. Okay. Okay, guys. Today's a day. Today is really a day. Anyway. It's too bad. I'll just have to fix it later. It's fine. Actually, the funny thing is my mess back here isn't anywhere near as messy as it used to be. Because I just cleaned it up a couple days ago. Anyhow. Let me shuffle this up a few more times. But yeah, like I was saying, if you are somebody who does those types of card practices, where you sometimes will maybe pull through the deck to find the card you want, that feels right to you. I mean, I'm known for only saying things I would say directly to people's faces. So if you think that I have a problem, if you think that I'm wrong in what I say, come talk to me and I can explain to you what Bohemian Gypsies actually believed. And if not, you can always check out my other channel, Lady Emery Draven, where the gypsy wisdom is spread far and wide. Alright guys, it is time to break this deck. Got one. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, square P and J, circle X and C. Guys, whoever you are, let me put this somewhere where it's not going to be in the way if I don't need it again. You are someone who has been in dire straits of a situation. You've been feeling trapped, feeling stuck, feeling you've been feeling like the person who has been put out on the, I don't know where my camera is today, sorry guys. You've been feeling like the person who's been put out on the gate as the bait for the highwayman kind of thing, you know? I don't know, you may or may not know that song, guys. But you've been feeling a little stuck, a little put into a trap. But this attitude of stuckness, it hasn't been for naught. You have actually used it to learn a balancing act. To balance yourself, to balance your life, something. Actually, go put that back over this way. So you learn to balance. You learned to figure out how to get your needs met without too much upheaval, too much damage, too much being too much. And then that, of course, led you to just before present day. You are on the cusp of a new beginning. You are on the cusp of another door opening. Your path led you to a change. So, where are we then? Oh. Okay, so you've been put in a position where you feel like you're the bait. You're stuck in a trap. You're unsure. The hardships around you, but they've definitely presented as many. You've learned your balancing act so that you can get what you need. And that has opened new doors for you. At least one. But that new door might not be good. Necessarily. So, it seems like you're having nightmares. Nightmares, daymares, you're having anxiety and stress. Is the anxiety and stress about the new door? Is it about what you were stuck in? I can't quite tell you. I don't know. But during this time period, you're going to have these anxieties, these stresses, these nightmares of it feels like okay, so you are in severe anxiety, as if you couldn't move, you were stuck, you had no idea where you'd go. Even if you moved, you weren't sure where the sharp edges were. You're blinded to the sharp edges. You were afraid that the sharp edges were right at your heel, kind of thing. those anxieties are still present in your head, even as that door opens. Very present in your head. It feels like so I don't normally get a feeling about as far as, you know, the amounts of people. Sometimes I'll get a feeling as to whether something means that someone else is going to be in your life, helping you, or whatever. But this one feels like a singular entity, a singular person, if you will. And you're having these anxieties, but this feels like anxieties of memory. It feels like anxieties of remembering how you got here. It feels like in his head, in his bed here, he is having all of these skirmishes replay again and again. That's what it feels like. But this reading seems to be telling me that there is clarity coming in. There is information coming in. There's knowledge that you'll need coming in. Especially with the High Priestess coming out. It's not calling for me, that's for damn sure. However, that knowledge will bring you into this king mentality. King of Wands, yes. That means you are likely to be holding on to those stripes. You might hold on to those stripes forever. Who knows? I personally know for a fact, I've known people who, their sorrows, their woes, the things that have happened to them, never, ever, ever go away. It's a very harsh thing to do to yourself to keep those woes bound to you, but it's a reality many of us face. So that's what I am seeing. I am seeing someone who had felt bound, had felt like they were put into a place where they were not likely to survive, as it were. Maybe not literally, maybe emotionally, maybe mentally, maybe psychologically, who knows. But I'm getting somebody who was bound in place, who learned to balance themselves and garnered themselves a door opening. And now that that door is opening, there's still psychological issues coming up. But this reading is telling you information is coming in, and that information you're not going to quite take to the full totality you should, because if you were going to take it to the full totality, you would no longer be holding on to that strife. But it will still advance your life in a positive direction. Which is really the goal, guys. Come on, let's face it, that's really the goal. I'm gonna give these just a 3 more because, as usual, I did it at the beginning too. When I was getting that sandalwood today, I actually found a stick that doesn't have the end stick to it. Oh, sorry guys. The end stick to it. So, I gotta figure out how I'm burning that sandalwood. Yeah, 1 more for good measure. Why not? Alright, so. Okay, it's a whole damn set. We're not doing that, you know, so let's take the top. Okay. again. Okay. Saw that luck card come out there too. That was kind of cool. Okay, so the first one. The first two, guys. Two fill out at once. Yay. I don't mind if it does that. Alright. Number 24. Hand in hand indicates confiding disposition. When in close proximity. Okay. Well, let's make sure we're not in close proximity of anything in specific then. 38, 39, 42, and 47 are not at all present. Okay. So, a confiding disposition. 17. The fish is an emblem of riches through stocks, but distant, it foretells failure and disaster. Guys, right here, as far as this reading is concerned, is kind of distant, so that might actually be... what's this one first? 40. Wine is a symbol of cheerfulness and gallantry. And the bear is a sign of successful speculation. So, yeah. Okay. So it feels to me like these are just confirming this here. Or maybe, well, Or it could be like that, actually. Capping the end and the beginning. Perhaps you had a confiding disposition. It led to disaster. Disaster where you were bound to this almost front lines type situation. This really does give me the feeling of oh, what was that again? The Highwayman. It's the story, the song is a story of a highwayman in love with an innkeeper's daughter. And when the soldiers find out, they take the innkeeper's daughter, they bind her with a musket to her chest. And so they figure the highwayman will come back for her, and when he does, he'll see her there, and then obviously come riding even faster. And as he rides blindly towards his love, they would catch him. But instead, she chose to end her life so that he would know and go the other way. And it's the sense of feel I get here, like somebody bound you as some form of bait or sacrifice, or perhaps you were bound as the masthead to someone's life. But it's definitely saying here you opened a door to a new beginning with this balancing act you learned. You have a lot of anxiety, nightmares and things like that going on right now, but It's not something you need to worry about listening to. You've got information coming in. Things will be coming to light. Everything will surface. And you will be at that high status of prowess, of ability, of honor, of authoritative. Oh God, I can't even say the word. Okay, authoritative. There we go. You're at a point. You'll be at a point of authoritative trust, where people will trust you as an authority. All of that. This is gonna be one weird, guys. The basic 7 layout is my go-to, period. It's what I almost always do. The only time I do anything but the basic 7 for a face-to-face reading is if I am feeling like just pulling cards is going to give me more information than doing a layout. But I'm telling you, using 2 different decks of cards has definitely really changed my layout for the weirdest. Okay, guys. All tale, it looks like you should be able to have good stuff coming your way to make up for all that you had to deal with. So, hopefully. Guys, just a real quick for anybody who's cross-channel watching. I said in the Discord that I will be doing my streams from 4 to 5 Mountain Standard Time for a bit now. We don't know exactly how long that'll be, but at the latest, we'll be done with that probably about the 1st of the year. Also, for this channel, guys, I wanted to let you guys know I'm planning on Halloween. I will be opening up personal readings. You guys can get personal readings. All you have to do is, just go to my Discord, send me a message, let me know you want a reading, and we can set it up. And yes, guys, I suspiciously never say the price of my readings. I know. It's because I'm a bohemian gypsy. To charge for my gifts so that someone else can heal would be enough of a crime against the universe for me to lose it. Now, I say that in jest, but the truth is, greed makes you sloppy. I have known people who were miraculous at reading who no longer read because they can't anymore. They can't get that sense of feel anymore because they spent too much time reading for cash. And the reason why, guys, I know I've said it so many times before, is as soon as you start reading for cash, it's all about what's going to bring me the money, even if it is subconscious. And I'm not about that life. Sure, I'm like everybody else. I need money to live. Sure, I'm like most people and don't have enough. But that doesn't mean that I need to find any way possible to get more. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here, take the picture for this, but remember, as always, it doesn't matter who you are, I love you. Take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next video.